What if happiness was just a state of mind? Something that we can all accomplish when we are aware of what's actually happening. What if happiness was more than just experiencing something that you only agree to, but the adventure itself is what brings out the joy in you. The joy of knowing what you wish to experience and not wish to experience. Isn't that joy itself? What if happiness wasn't just an agreement, but happiness is the opportunity to know what all is, to experience everything around you as you. Isn't that happiness? To experience all that is you, to bring out the creativity that created you. Now that's happiness and spiritual alchemy. Alright, collective consciousness. So in this video, we'll be talking about going from depression to happiness. So I'm quite pleased to share this video with you because last year I experienced depression for pretty much the whole entire year. And I had no clue what was actually happening to me. Anyone that's experienced depression knows that it can paralyze you. It paralyzes really every part of who you are. You shut yourself off from the world, and it's quite difficult to go through, especially when you don't even understand what's happening to you. But I realize depression, at least for me, I realize is you searching for answers within yourself. Is you going within because you realize that the external world doesn't have the answers for you. So you begin to redefine yourself. You begin to reanalyze your life. And it's like you're asking yourself, what is it that I really even want? Versus just going through the emotions of life. And something really happened to me when I went to work and I was in session doing a massage therapist, and something came to me, and I just simply asked myself, what is happiness? Now, this was something really big for me because it was like, have you ever really asked yourself what is happiness? And truthfully, I didn't know what it was. I didn't have an answer. No one's never taught me how to be happy. And it's quite interesting because of course, I know what makes me happy as far as an experience is concerned. But in that moment, I challenged myself. Can I always be in a happiness state of mind? And the only thing that came to me was a good Boston cream donut. I don't know why I thought of that, but a good Boston cream donut really excites me. And then something happened to me after that, and I said, well, Chris, you can't have a donut every minute of your life to keep that happiness. And then I said to myself, well, what would happen if you had a bad donut? And I said, well, I'd be very upset. But that's when something clicked in me. and I realized something. I realized if I had a bad donut, that would give me an opportunity to, number one, experience what a bad donut is. See, I got to experience something. And now I can know to never go back to that shop, or now I can know to never try that donut. And I said, wow, I can actually always be in a happy state of mind, because it's the experience itself beyond it. It's not just always doing the things that you know what brings you joy and happiness. It's also trying different things. That way you can say, you know what, I really like this. You know what, I don't like this. So then I realized that life is more of an experience. Life isn't a agreement. And that's when you can wake up every single day understanding that, wow, life is an adventure. Let's go adventure things. Let's go try different things. So with that being said, I'm going to share with you 3 different things that I have realized that can really help you go from that depression to happiness, or just always being in a happy state of mind. So number 1, follow your heart. I think the main reason why I was depressed was because I was doing things I didn't want to do anymore. I was working at a job I did not like. I'm trying to make a career change. And I was living in a place where I didn't really want to live anymore. Honestly, it was as if I was living someone else's dreams, someone else's life, and all of my creativity just wasn't being expressed the way that I wish it to be expressed. And I think that's probably the main reason why people have depression, is that lack of creativity. Because creativity is what makes the world. I mean, just look around you. Everything comes from a place of creativity. So if you're not being creative, it's almost like, what's the purpose, you know? And how do you follow your heart? You know, it's really quite simple. Following your heart just simply means whatever pulls you, whatever that thing that sparks your curiosity, whatever that thing that brings you passion and joy, just take one step towards it. Just one step. And maybe you can't quit your job. Maybe you can't move. Whatever it is. But you can at least take one step towards something that you actually enjoy doing, that brings out that expression of who you truly are. And for me, it was, I wanted to do YouTube for four or 5 years, and I just didn't do it. And now here I am, I'm doing YouTube. I think this is my 9th video, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the poetry writing, the storytelling. It really does bring out the creativity in me, and it allows me to express who I am as a person and not living someone else's life or someone else's dream. So number 2 is have 0 expectations. I mean, none. So remember when we talked about that bad donut, I was sharing that story with you. And if I had a bad donut, I told myself I'll be very upset about it. Well, if you just experience the bad donut and say, I don't like this, but I'm glad I got to experience this, because now I know what a good donut is, and I know what a bad donut is to me. And of course, this applies to everything in life. Have 0 expectations. Just Just experience the event that you are experiencing at that very moment. And that is what brings joy. Because think about it. Doesn't that bring you joy to realize that I got to experience that? Now I know I like it or I don't like it. And this just gets all of us in trouble, from relationships, from our job, being on vacation. You go on vacation thinking it's going to be sunny and it's raining the whole time, right? Now you can say, wow, I got to experience visiting this city and it was raining the whole time. Or you can be pissed off and say, I expected it to be sunny the whole time. Do you understand how you completely destroyed that whole entire vacation because of expectations? And that's what happened to me when I first started doing the YouTube videos. Like my very first few videos, I just remember thinking that, I was going to get some views. Well, silly me, having these expectations, didn't get that many views. Now I'm very upset. I just completely ruined the whole entire week of me prepping that process of making a video. Not only me, but also my team as well. That whole time we prepped, we did it. Now I'm upset. Versus me just improving, saying, wow, I got to try this, I got to try that. And that's the very thing that is going to allow you to free yourself from expectations. Just live life. So number three is stop worrying about what others are doing or saying about you. It is not a concern for you. And we seem to desperately want everyone's approval, or we try to belittle other people that we don't approve. Don't do that no more. Stop that. I realized my only concern is to always find a way to be in a happy state of mind. That's what I have realized for myself. I'm not concerned about what other people are doing. I'm not here to judge anybody any longer. And if I do, I got to correct myself immediately. Why? Because all it does is bring misery to me. Worrying about what another person is doing. Who cares what another person is doing? And who cares what a person says about you? I'm going to tell you why. This is what I've realized. A lot of people in this world are miserable people. Why are you concerned about them judging you? When your only real goal in life is to be you and express your own creativity. Don't worry about what other people say and think of you. Do you see the problem there? You're so worried about what another person is doing when they're miserable themselves, because that's what people do. People that run around judging everybody, they're miserable. Why are you concerned about those people? Don't be concerned about them. Focus on yourself. Focus what lies within your heart. Take one step every single day, one step towards the goal, and understand you can always be in a happy state of mind. And not only that, collective, I want to share this with you. when you express your creativity to the world, you're really not just doing it for you. Because when the world sees you, the world sees itself.